All right, welcome to it. It's Altitude After Dark with your guys DMac and Mike Sanford, fresh off an hour-long Altitude TV post-game show with Rachel and Vic and Andy and Chris Harris.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Chris is pretty honest. He probably had some interesting things to say. But we got a lot of audio for you, video for you, reaction from the game, and all sorts of thoughts. Maybe we can even get into a little CU stuff. Right now, we're watching the Chiefs. They're going to beat the Giants.
Yeah, nobody's cooperated today. This isn't how the weekend is supposed to go right now.
They're not good though. The Chiefs are not really that good of a team. But
are the Broncos that good of a team right now?
No, they are not. All right, let's get into it. Thoughts on today's 23-20 second week in a row walk-off loss on a field goal.
Yeah, it's a total gut punch. And when you look at your three game schedule to start the season, you thought at a very minimum you should be 2-1. You know, going into the season, you didn't get what you needed to get accomplished really in all three phases against the Titans because your offense came out of it, not looking good. Bo Nix didn't look good in the opening game. And then week 2, obviously, against the Colts, your defense got exposed a little bit. Special teams been a problem in all 3 games now. But this game right here was it was a timely offense. And there were moments where the offense looked like it was coming around for the Broncos, but ultimately DMac's just not good enough, man. And your quarterback right now is not playing well enough. And this is now what I think is probably the 5th opportunity that Bo Nix has had the ball in his hands, at the end of the game and has failed to go win it. And the one, I'd say the one where he did win it and did his job was the 2-minute drive against Kansas City a year ago. But how do you not get a first down?
Dude.
Right now, DMac, when you give the ball to another team in the NFL and, it's a field goal wins it, it's nowadays it's you need 3 first downs. That's it. 2 or 3 first downs.
That's it.
And you ended up going backwards. And what I would say the biggest failing of today was the last 2 times that you had the football offensively, you went 3 and out.
Yeah.
You had a chance to take a 7-point lead into a 10 or a 14-point lead. You went 3 and out.
Yep.
And right now it's just not good enough.
Yeah, there were multiple times they could have stretched 7 to 10 or 14. Multiple times, a couple times. Or at least to 10, right? Because you're at the 50-yard line.
10's a big deal.
Yeah,
10's a big deal.
It's not. It would have won you the game today. It would have won you the game today because the Chargers would have had to press a little bit different. I mean, that last touchdown that Herbert threw to Allen was sick.
Stupid.
I mean, I'm not even upset at Riley Moss for that. That was
no. I mean, he's in great position, and Keenan Allen's really good at just kind of those rugged type of catches. But I mean, there's no comparing right now who's got a more talented quarterback when you think about that play between the Chargers franchise and the Broncos franchise.
Yeah.
DMac, Sean Payton and the Broncos are now 0-3 against the Jim Harbaugh Chargers. And that's where I think this season, somehow, some way, you can't go and lose a 4th one against the Chargers in 2 years and expect different results in the future. Because I think that the Chargers are posturing for that AFC. They're the best team in the AFC West right now.
Yeah, I don't think there's much doubt about it, even though I think Kansas City will win here today. And I think the Raiders stink. I mean, if it makes anybody feel better, the Colts look really good. And they look really good again today. So, but you had it. You had it 2 weeks in a row, and you blew it. And that's painful. And it's one thing if you – and I don't know anybody on our station, by the way, who picked the Broncos except for Nate Kreckman. I didn't. I picked
the Broncos.
Oh, you did? What did you pick for a score?
It was going to be 24-17. So basically pretty close to what it would have been if you what was the final today? It was
23-20.
23-20. And you were up 20-13, right?
Yeah. So, that's the biggest lead you had was 7 points. But in that streak, after 3 straight 3-and-outs, I mean, they did go on a 17-0 run. They did do that, and they were threatening, and they had the ball late in the fourth quarter, game tied up, or game tied up. Like, let's win the game. We can do it. And they went 3 and out there too. So Bo Nix was 14 of 25 for a $153. He's throwing 6.1 per touchdown, no picks. By the way, the Broncos lost today, Coacher. They were +2 in giveaway takeaway.
Yeah, last year. Remember the stat when a year ago when they got 2 or more takeaways they created on defense?
Yeah,
they went 8-1 in those games.
Yeah, the problem was +2. They only created 3 points over that +2. It's just not enough. You need to be better than that. And they weren't. Bo was pretty pedestrian, man. And all right, coach me up here, quarterback coach, the overthrows. I felt like Mims should have laid out on the first one.
He can lay out all he wants, but is he going to? I mean, laying out the percentages of catching it are not very high. I mean, it's a very low percentage when you fully lay out. You got guys who are open. Right. You have to open it, Darren. Like,
I mean, I've seen guys do it. It's not like it's never been done.
They did it on the other two. Right. The other two. There were 3 wide open passes. Right. 2/3 of them had receivers between Cortland Sutton and Marvin Mims fully laying out for the pass. But in all 3, what were they? They were wide open.
All right, talk to me about that. Talk to me about that.
That's a sign of a not, I'd say, an insecure lack of confidence at the position of the quarterback, because that's a max effort throw for what should be smooth stroke. Me and Leggy have had some of the same thoughts about Bo Nix's deficiencies as a passer, basically dating back to dating back to the draft and the combine and all the stuff that we saw, is that he doesn't fully trust his arm strength. Therefore, he puts extra effort and almost closes his eyes and rears up. And it's like he's just hoping that he gets the ball out there with max effort. And so there's not that smooth, oh yeah, I got it. Here we go. Boom. It's like he just closes his eyes, and sometimes it's good, like against the Buffalo Bills, throwing to Troy Franklin a year ago, when you bit the pin off the grenade. But today it ended up being catastrophic, because you ended up with 153 yards passing and 3 plays where you probably would have added, I don't know, what do you think about 108 yards passing?
Possibly. Yeah, and you saw on the touchdown pass, that was a great play, 4th down call.
Yeah.
Which was not exactly play action, but it's a fake pitch.
Oh, it was good play action, yeah.
Okay, all right, so we're counting that fake pitch, play action, same thing? All right.
Yeah, for sure.
And then when Bo did throw the ball to Cortland, who was unbelievably wide open, he really took his time, and he just, lofted it up there, nice and easy. I mean, no problem. So it looked to me like he recognized. Now, listen, there's pressure on you. Maybe you feel like you got to get it going. Maybe your arm's not that strong, so you're heaving it a little low. You know what I mean? You're not putting the same arc on it, something like that.
Yeah, it's weird. The very last one of the game, gosh, you want to talk about having
they win if he hits that. They win if he hits that. Yep.
But, I mean, Darren, you don't get guys that wide open in those scenarios. It doesn't happen.
That's not a really hard NFL throw either. Not really. DMac,
I coach high school football. If my guy misses any one of those 3 throws, I'm losing my freaking mind, dude. and any of my quarterbacks that are watching this right now, it's like when I tell my quarterbacks, when you guys got that things, like they try, quarterbacks sometimes they want to be perfect and they want to, and a lot of times in doing so, they overthrow players.
Yeah.
And I just farted out there, man. Just literally, like he's that open, just
float it.
Peyton Manning. What did Peyton Manning do a lot of times when guys were wide open? He threw a freaking duck out there. I joke. It's like, have you ever thrown a shoebox like across the room before?
Sure.
Throw a shoebox out there. I don't care. Just get it to that guy. And I was shocked that the Chargers, who are a a too high cover 4, cover 16, cut Cortland Sutton that loose and didn't get the safety at the top. But in that throw, like the appropriate throw is a driven ball that's like not quite so moonball-y because the safety can get over there. And so he moonballed it and max efforted it and redlined it, and he misses it. And guess what? You're 1-2 because of it, man. It's the bottom line.
Yeah, just to explain what happens, I think that's one of the more common throws that I see in practice. So that throw is made thousands of times by NFL quarterbacks and probably college and high school. I mean, thousands of times. So the repetition on that is crazy. Bo was asked if there was a common thread on his missed throws.
Looks like the common thread is just being a step too far and not hitting them.
Yeah, he was kind of a dick like that today after the game. His whole press conference afterwards was kind of in that tone.
Yeah, you know what's so funny is I keep getting these, a lot of these types of and I like Bo Nix, man. I mean, I want him to be successful. You know me, I was very anti drafting Bo Nix, the 6th quarterback in that. When getting him at the 12th overall pick, and when NFL evaluators said he's the 6th best quarterback in the draft, except for, well, I mean, all of them would agree with that. I saw some things that were alarming to me, and I've come around on a lot of those things because I thought his intangibles are really good. I thought he's a consummate worker. He's very serious about his craft. I think he's a great athlete. But there's just it's all off right now, man. It is. It's all off.
Yeah.
He and Sean seem off a little bit. I feel like they have been kind of the whole year. Training camp was just kind of a whole bunch of meh. A lot of
6'7", a lot of 6'7" out there.
It's like I don't know. How's Bo look? I don't know, 6'7". But something just doesn't seem right. And one of the things that's getting a little bit of becoming a bit of a tired act. And if I'm coaching a quarterback and he's being like that in front of the media, guys, like I'm not standing up for the media and saying Bo needs to kiss the media's butt.
Right.
What I am saying is that when you are the franchise quarterback and you are potentially acquitting yourself for a very long run here in Denver, the way you answer those questions is you're addressing the entire franchise and fan base and all the constituents. And by being kind of passive aggressive toward a media member and saying, I don't know, I overthrew it. Or to you, DMac, I dropped back.
Yeah.
Threw it to the wrong team.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Hey, how about you actually throw the freak up? Realize you're 25. I think he's 25 years old, right?
Yeah.
You're not playing great. So your obligation is to speak for what happened and give this town, its fan base, and the franchise some reason for optimism going forward. And hearing you be basically flippant about it, I think is a terrible look.
Yeah, I'll give you another one.
I'm tired of it.
I'll give you another one here about like going back and doing things. Here we go.
What stinks, it definitely is not fun. It's not enjoyable, but all you can do is go to the next game. I've never been able to figure out how to go back and change anything yet. I'm still working on that, but I think the most important thing.
They're both trying to be a smartass. I've never figured out how to go back and change anything.
Well,
I'm still
working forward. How about you change it going forward?
Well, I mean, he did. Here, I'll play the whole clip.
What stinks? It definitely is not fun. It's not enjoyable, but all you can do is go to the next game. I've never been able to figure out how to go back and change anything yet. I'm still working on that, but I think the most important thing is we got a long season ahead of us, and we just got to instead of going back and changing things, all we can do is move forward and change them in the future and do things differently and find a way to, not let these close games fall in another team's hands.
Okay. Yeah, so. I mean,
he gets there eventually.
He landed the plane eventually.
Yeah, sort of, but he had to have his little smart ass and I'm with Doc, what's his face, and I'm Marty McFly, and we're gonna get the flux capacitor going. I haven't figured that out yet to go back in time. It's like, all right, dude, I get it. I get it, dude. I get it.
I don't think this town, Denver, with a very, very proud fan base, a great tradition, I'd say fanatical following of this team. And this is a I think a good, really good media market, a really good sports town, but it is a Broncos town. And with a lot of the wounds of the past decade of quarterback shenanigans, the last thing this town wants is another quarterback that is acting like this and not playing at a high level.
I think we could all recognize that the Chargers are a really good team. Okay,
they're good, man. They're good. I mean, they're good.
They're not mind-blowing though. They're not.
They're beatable. I mean, look at the game today.
And the issue that I have isn't, are the Chargers good and you lost to a better team? Because at the end of the day, maybe that's just it. My issue is the chances you had to win when it was in your hands. That's my issue. Having the lead going into the fourth quarter, having the ball with like 3 minutes to go and just needing a field goal. That's my issue. The first quarter, to me, as disappointing as 3 and outs are, Mike, the score was still just 3-0. It's not like anything had gotten away from the Broncos. And the Broncos defense was pretty effective in the red zone. And, by the way, apparently teams are not going to be afraid to throw at Pat Surtain anymore. The taking half of the field away or whatever that cliche. I mean, maybe he can still do that, but teams are going to test him at least for whatever reason. That's that thing's done. So, and you do have a great pass rush. I thought Nick Bonito was great today, and Jonathan Cooper.
Nick Bonito's been Defensive Player of the Year worthy throughout 3 games.
But when Hufanga, and I get it, Pat Surtain thought he had what's his face wrapped up.
Yeah, but he didn't. He didn't. That's lazy.
Not enough.
See, here's the thing. Like, I'm sorry to interrupt but I'm feeling it. Like, you could say, well, earlier in the game, they didn't blow the whistle, and then the guy gets out.
Yeah.
All you got to do is you've got to wrap up and stay wrapped up and hold on, they'll blow the whistle.
Yeah.
And guess what? You were lazy in the first drive of the game when the Chargers were on offense. Quentin Johnson ends up breaking a play because of laziness.
Mm-hmm.
So that does not – the laziness of Pat Surtain in the first drive of the Chargers offense does not give the warrant for what Talanoa Hufanga did later in the game. That's stupid.
It's stupid.
That's dumb football in a really, really bad time of the game.
Yeah, and I'm not even going to put that on coaching. Those two got to know better. I mean, period. The end.
I agree.
You're the defensive player of the year, and you're a seasoned vet who we all really like, and we're glad he's here, Hufanga. But, I mean, what the hell are you guys doing? You just – I mean, I know the Broncos didn't have any turnovers, but penalties were brutal today.
10 for 90?
Absolutely brutal.
10 for 90, and you played against a team that had 3 penalties for 25. And I'd say the Broncos, they made their penalties count. They were opportune, or really, I mean, there were penalties that screamed misfortune for the Broncos.
By the way, what do you get paid for if you're a quarterback? Almost every quarterback in the NFL, because you're certainly somewhat accomplished, can more or less move the ball somewhat up and down the field, okay, to a certain degree of success. You get paid for third down, red zone, end of half, end of games. That's what I think. That's what I think the real value of these quarterbacks are.
I think you're spot on.
Well, end of half was pretty good. Third down sucked. 2 of 13. 2 of 2 on fourth down.
That's atrocious.
And you did get, 2 of 2 on fourth down. Did you like them punting, not going for it after Bo had that big run and they were just a little bit short? Do you agree with Sean Payton on that one?
I think I do agree to a certain extent because the Broncos' real short yardage run game, they don't have any identity in the short yardage run game. I mean, I don't think that Sean has a 4th and 1 run play that he loves. You know?
The Chargers 8 for 17 on third down, which is exceptional. Red zone 1 of 3. Not great, but okay. Herbert threw for 270 yards on 47 attempts, so a lot. they don't really care about running all that much, but they still ran for 106 yards while the Broncos only ran for 118. And basically they had the ball for almost a full quarter more than the Broncos, 36-20 to 23-40. So the possession-wise was kind of absurd. So I know the game was close, but when you look at some of the number breakdowns, Mike, the Broncos kind of got their ass kicked, frankly. And
did you see the first downs?
First downs. Wow.
Is that not unbelievable?
29-9. 29-9.
Is that not crazy?
Yeah. So I know it's a close game, and I know the Broncos could have won. But you kind of got your ass kicked today. Seriously.
Yep.
On a lot of different levels. So let me thank our great friends at Journey Spice, Coach. If you're feeling down in the dumps and you want some good food, we'll hit you up with the Journey Spice. This QR code will get you going, and you can save 10% using the code GETSPICY at Amazon.com. It goes great on every single meal that you can possibly imagine, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. We love you, Journey Spice. Again, flavor in, plastic out. It's Journey Spice. More on our great friends from Journey Spice in just a little bit. Let me get some comments here, Coach, here, and see what everybody's got to say. We got somebody throwing some money at us, so you do that. You're all right. DMac was complaining the Chargers didn't finish off the Raiders. They really didn't. They kept it close. They beat the Raiders 20-9. Well, Herbert and the Chargers finished off the Broncos. Peyton now 1-6 against Jim Harbaugh. Listen, the Broncos were having their way for a while, but when the Broncos, Coach, when the Broncos punted with like 2.5 minutes to go, I mean, you knew it was over, right? Like, I was like, oh, you just got to let them score at this point, like with 40 seconds to go. And I know you can miss a field goal or whatever, and it's still pretty long, like 50 yards, but to me, I'm just looking at the time and the timeouts, and I'm like, well, they're certainly going to get another 15 yards, no problem. And then the math just sort of clicks in your head. I'm like, oh my God, you got to let them score. It's your only chance.
Yeah.
And of course they didn't.
What did this game remind you much of a little bit of the Bengals game last year? Just in terms of you had the opportunity to go win it. You kind of did squander it. You had momentum at different times, tail end of the game.
Little bit. How about this question? Could Nix make the play Herbert did?
Maybe. He's physically able to make that play.
Yeah.
But the problem is have we seen Bo make that play in the biggest of moments yet?
Well, he made a throw kind of like that last week, but it wasn't in that moment. It wasn't.
Yeah, my point is when so you said quarterbacks are compensated very handsomely.
Yeah.
Third down, red zone, end of half. But
and
really,
games.
DMac, what it really comes down to in the NFL, can you win a game with the game on the line?
Yeah.
2 minute, 1 minute scenario.
Correct.
Come from behind, lead a drive, win a game. We are 21 games into the Bo Nix experience as a starting quarterback.
Yep.
Zero evidence that he can do that. Has he done it? Darren,
no, not when he could have. He could have done it twice already this year. You kind of did it against the Jets last year, Coach, in the rain games. Or
you did it against the Chiefs, but you lost. But you did do it.
He did do it against the Chiefs. He should get credit.
It was one of those where it's like you move the ball. It's about what you should have done today. You moved it 25, 35 yards.
Yeah,
it wasn't any spectacular. It was just kind of, hey, throw a couple check downs. Throw it, a little scramble run.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that. They did not move the sticks in that situation once.
Nix looked good in his hype video and that amazing billboard on Brighton Boulevard. I didn't know he had a billboard. He's got a lot of commercials, so keep your head down, improve it. Don't write a book. Ask Case Keenum. That was one of the funnier moments. Thank you, Andon. When Case Keenum came to town, Coach, he had written a book. And I went ballistic. I'm like, you write a book at the end of your career. We just got a free agent quarterback that wrote a book about his life. What are we talking about here? No, we don't. But that's when that was in 2018, and I was like, oh my God, this is perfect. You get the veteran Case Keenum, and you draft Josh Allen. great. I love it. I mean, perfect. And instead, Buffalo had Tyrod and, Josh Allen, and the rest is kind of history, right? So we know how that went. Just looking at, imagine if Denver got Josh Allen. Yeah, well. Knicks looks stressed. I do think there's an issue between him and Payton. I don't think like they hate each other or anything.
Yeah, I just a disconnect. It's odd. It's odd.
Okay, so you agree with me on that?
Yeah, you know what? You know where I see that? I think there's this tension, and it's going to become louder and louder. And Sean's going to at some point hear it, and he's going to squash it. But I think there's this feel that some fans, there's a fan base, and probably even some members of the media that think a guy like Davis Webb should be calling plays.
We're going to hear that drum, yeah.
What's that?
We're going to hear that drum being banged. Never going to happen, though. Never going to happen.
But with that, you can tell, and I hate to kind of stir this up, but you can tell there's a real connection between the quarterbacks and Davis Webb. And I don't feel that same exact connection with the quarterbacks and Sean Payton right now.
Is Bo the quarterback in the new stadium? Boy, all the comments tonight are basically about Bo here tonight. The new stadium theoretically will be built in 2031. Bo is in the second year of his deal.
He's got to get going, man. He's got to go.
So you usually do a big contract before the start of your fourth year if you're that guy. So that would be, say, training camp of 2028. So is he that guy? Well, I mean, the decision is going to be, is he going to be worth 60 to 70 million average a year in the summer of 2028, basically? That's the big question. So, I mean, there's a lot of time before then. I mean, a lot of time. So it's hard to say. But if he gets that deal, he certainly will be, barring injury, when the new stadium opens up. I mean, that'd be insane to pay him 60 to 70 million a year if he's not going to be your quarterback for the next 3 years. So, yeah, I mean, that's the way that'll go. Do you think Sean Payton would actually give up the play calling? Shanahan would do it. Ooh, I don't know. Joseph. Coach, what do you think?
No, I don't think so. I think Sean is. I do think Sean's still a good play caller. I think he had some good calls today. You know, everybody who calls plays. There's always the ability for revisionist history to go in there and say this is what you should have done, could have, would have, should have. But I mean, the fourth down play calling was fantastic today.
Yeah.
You know, I think the timing of the trick play was really good. It was open. I'm starting to feel that Sean his patience is going to wear thin, because when you're a play caller, there is a lot of pride that you take in getting guys open or getting stuff executed. And when your quarterback fails to execute his end of the bargain, it begins to become a bad reflection of you as a play caller. And so I'm wondering how long Sean Payton is going to publicly and privately be okay with subpar play from his quarterback.
Here is Sean talking about the importance of tomorrow.
Well, the penalties are what we're doing. But look, there are a handful of things. We'll look at the film tomorrow. And when I'm referencing minus plays that we'll be frustrated with. And tomorrow's an important day. Tomorrow's more important than the game we just played, because we're in this accelerated. You know, we got to get better fast. And if we do, I think this will be all right.
Well, I do have good news for everybody. It's not like the Chargers blew you out. I mean, it's not like you're out of your depth. It's just frustrating you couldn't actually finish a game 2 weeks in a row, and you got walked off 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
But the Bengals got their asses handed to them today. I mean, they got killed. So the Jake Browning era got some massive question marks. And that's Monday night, and he'll be the starting quarterback. So no excuses there. That turns into like a gotta win game where, early on you might think, ooh, that might be tough. It still may be tough, who knows? But no excuses there. You got to win that game. And from there, you probably do lose to the Eagles, but you probably do. Although, how about the Eagles game today, bro? Like,
dude,
God.
How about the Packers? The Packers Browns game.
How about it?
The Eagles game, and then it was the Buccaneers and
Buccaneers. Oh gosh, I kind of forget. I'll get it here in a second. But I want to say
all three of them were decided essentially or heavily. Jets, Bucks, Jets. They were
Bucks,
all
yes,
three block field goals within the course of I think it was with over 3 minutes of real time, like life.
Yeah.
There were 3 block kicks at the end of the 11 a.m. slate. It was wild.
Yeah, Shelby Harris got one. Shelby Harris is like the immovable force with the biggest paw in the world. Like, it is such a weird, incredible skill that Shelby Harris has. It really is amazing, man. But he's blocked some huge kick. He just has, listen, he's a big guy. He doesn't move forward all that great necessarily, but he can't be moved at the same time. And his timing and sense of the kick and when to put his hand up is, I mean, it's unbelievable. Like that particular skill may give him 2 or 3 more years in the league when normally he wouldn't be there. I mean, it's a wacky skill. Hold on, I want to get to something real quick. Oh, your guy Michael Penix got benched, huh?
Terrible.
Yikes, dude, that's not good, huh?
He threw for more than 153 yards, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he sure did.
So from our gal Marie here, and this is interesting. So what do you think of Dobbins? I appreciate the comment there. What I would say, DMac,
interesting game.
So I liked Dobbins a lot today. He averaged 7.5 yards per carry. He had 11 carries, 83 yards.
Yeah.
If Sean Payton had hype, Sean Payton kind of tends to hyper focus on certain things, like as a play caller, or you can tell something that's in his head, and he kind of can't let it go. If Sean Payton himself had hyper focused on J.K. Dobbins being the first 100-yard rusher since January 8th of 2023 for the Broncos franchise, do you think the Broncos win today?
Yes.
I do too.
Yes.
11 carries. That's all he got. And one of those 11 carries was actually a called pass that was the touchdown he had that ended up being a backward lateral because the check down was funky.
That one doesn't even count. By the way, and I think this is going to be overruled because I think the ball hit the ground. But if you've got the Giants Chiefs on, that's not going to count. But that's the receiver's fault. You got to see the ball that Patrick Mahomes just threw up for what should have been a touchdown pass in terms of just touch. And when you see this and you compare it to what Bo Nix doesn't have, it's night and day. Now, the Giants just got incredibly lucky there. The receiver should have had it. And if you got it, you'll see it. I mean, it's about having touch on. It's the same type of throw that Bo overthrew today. Almost identical. Oh yeah, he's got to catch that. He just sloppily dropped it. But anyways, there's a long way to go there for Bo. All right. You did go to CU, right, yesterday?
Did.
I want to get to that for a second and what's next for the Broncos in just a second. But first, this from Journey Spice.
There's a world of flavor out there. And to find it, you have to take the journey. Journey Spice Company handcrafts the most premium spice and seasoning blends that have no sugar, no salt, are certified USDA organic, non-GMO, vegan-friendly, and always planet-friendly. You are going to love serving amazingly delicious creations while knowing you helped reduce single-use plastics. Make sure to search for Journey Spice Company on Amazon today.
10% by using the code GetSpicy at Amazon.com. All right, the headline tomorrow will be what? What will we all be talking about on Altitude Sports Radio 92.5, you on 9 News, us on the digital with our little internet shows? Like, what do you think we'll be talking about tomorrow?
Go next. Quarterback town, quarterback game, quarterback league. Bo Nix two drives to really have an opportunity to put this game away. One to really, really cement and extend what could have been a 2-possession lead. And then one, where you inherit the ball with the tie. I mean, it's one of the easiest things to do in pro football these days is matriculate the ball with 2 to 4 first downs to get in field position. 9 first downs for the Broncos offense, nowhere near good enough. Missed throws that were wide open, not good enough. And Bo Nix in 2 of 3 games to start the season has been average at best. And frankly, he's been probably a bottom 5 quarterback in the NFL through 3 games. I mean,
okay, and we'll get to all of it. Who is on with you? Because Raj is. We're so happy for. Oh, by the way, weird night for hockey. The Utah plane got delayed, so
all kinds of issues.
They still did the doubleheader, which was split like pretty evenly. But our guys Connor and Raj only called 1 game, not 2. Just the way things went. And Gabe Landeskog, I don't know if you caught this, but he actually got into a fight. How about this a little bit, Gabe? It wasn't much of a fight, but
Yeah, he gave the business though. I was like, that's pretty good right there.
Right? And that was at Magnus. That was
DMac. All I know is that you might think I'm just a football guy, man.
Yeah.
But what's good about me is that I got one of my big time fans for Valor football comes out to the Valor games.
Who's that? I can't quite. Is that Brent Burns?
Yeah, he's at the game. What? Yeah. Look at my guy right there, just taking in some high school football.
Does he have a high school age kid?
Yeah, his daughter and my daughter have become very good friends.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
She's a cheerleader, so he wasn't watching. He was excited to watch his daughter.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was really neat, actually. I know, training camp's kind of getting started. And Brent Burns is such a unique dude. I've gotten to know him really well. But he's really engaging. He's really, really kind. He's fun to be around. He's ironically, he's like obsessed with football right now. Like he comes to our practices when he can.
Oh,
and he's just like, his mind's blown by how 138 people on a field are coordinated and doing transition from one thing to the next. And he doesn't understand it. His Canadian brain doesn't comprehend it. Well, so we had a school assembly on Friday. It's our first home game. His daughter was doing a cheer, routine. So he came and he actually got it cleared so that he could go watch his daughter in her first performance in high school.
Oh, that's great.
So he missed a little bit of training camp or whatever. When you played that long, and you got a daughter that's a sophomore in high school. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is awesome. Have you had any chances to chat with him yet or not?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Quite a bit. Okay, because from what I understand, I haven't yet myself. But from what I understand,
you'll love him. Like he's just an awesome dude.
Yeah, I hear that wherever he goes, so does the conversation, right? Like if he's at the water cooler, if he's here, he's there, whatever. He's that guy. I'm excited to meet him and talk to him, and we'll probably get going on that next week. Actually,
love that.
What's this?
No.
What are you doing? All right. Let me give you a little CU before we say goodnight tonight. And we'll be talking about this ad nauseum starting at 6 a.m. with Brett Kane and going through the morning sprint with you and Berto, okay. And then myself, Tyler Hastings, and then Nate and Andy, and a little bit of Coacher in there as well. So we got you covered on this top to bottom. I'm glad that we're here to react with you tonight. We see all the comments. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. See you quickly. First of all, good to see this Saturday night. Not indifferent to running.
Ralphie,
not indifferent.
7 is so back.
Yeah. And I was out for my first parents family weekend with my kid at CU. Was a trip. I was blown away how much a lot of the parents get hammered with the kids.
It's wild, isn't it?
it surprised me. And getting a hotel or an Airbnb up in Boulder, good luck. And so I had fun on Friday night. My wife had fun on Saturday. We switched being designated driver's coacher, and we just got our ass up and down to Lone Tree in Boulder. So, and we didn't stay for the game because 8:15, and it was later, wasn't it?
I got home at 2:00 last night.
I can't believe you went to that particular game. Like, what was your inspiration, and what family members did you drag with you?
Just me and the wifey, just a little date night. We just needed, just kind of get away for a second.
Well, frankly, had I known that you and Anne Marie were there, me and Kim may have changed our minds a little bit.
Yeah, we would have had some fun, man. We'd teed it up. We have really good friends that have that were really great supporters when I was the interim head coach that have a suite there.
Oh,
so we were able to be up in that whatever.
You could have weaseled us up there one way or the other somehow.
Oh yeah, for sure. They would have loved to have had you.
Well, I'm disappointed by that. So
we went there, and what's so funny is we got there, and I forgot it was Parents' Weekend.
Yeah,
it was so weird. It felt dead in Boulder, like around Boulder, like the downtown, and even like Arapahoe, and like all the different streets coming in. And like I told Anne Marie, I'm like, I'm like, right, man, Coach Prime's really lost the. And then we get within about half a mile of the stadium, surrounding it in the hill area of Boulder.
Yeah.
And it was wild.
It was chaos. It was because my kid lives on Marine Street, which is up on the hill, and it was unreal. And I was at the Rally House. I did actually a podcast. We actually did a CU Buffs pregame show, believe it or not, on the digital, which people could still find. Yeah, it was really cool, actually. And Big Rob was helped, not Big Rob, Rob Trujillo, sort of Big Rob, and KJ, your guy was there, and so we really. Oh, and so I'm sitting down talking, and Simeon Price's mom was there, and I had no idea the running back. He only got a couple carries, unfortunately, the transfer from Mississippi State, and like she sat down and chatted with me about whatever. Anyways, it was a different scene in that part of the town than the stadium, and then everybody was walking to the stadium, and I was like, we're going home at this point, but we had a good old time. I do want to play, and they won, and they look good. And Salter, I don't think there's any doubt about it at this point. Okay, fine. Unless, they just really fall apart and we get you.
Wyoming's bad football team, man.
Okay, all right. So here's Prime afterwards. And this is the part of Prime that, hey, listen, man, you won. You did what you should have done to Wyoming, okay? And listen to the attitude from Prime after the game.
Ain't nobody talking about Pat tonight. I don't know. Where was that? Where that went? Anybody? All right. Oh, it's gone for a week, for at least a week, right? But
okay, listen, Prime. So what? We're not allowed when your team looks horrible, and we have an experience with a play caller with the Broncos. And you guys don't have an identity and can't. So wait a second. See, that's the part of Prime. I'm glad he's the coach. I am glad he's here, okay? But that sort of arrogance kills me, dude. That kills me. That is just annoying as hell to me.
Yeah, I would argue, even though DMac clearly, what do I know? I'm just a high school football coach.
Yeah.
But what I would tell you is watching the game. When you play an inferior team that's probably going to end up being bottom third of the Mountain West Conference,
mm-hmm.
I mean, this is a bad football team in Wyoming. A solid enough, like they're solid enough defensively, but they can't score. They can't move the ball offensively. They had their first passing yard as a team, Wyoming, like midway through the second quarter. They had their first passing yard. They're not good. I felt like a lot of Caden Salter's playmaking was all like outside of the design of the scheme.
Really?
Extended play. It's a little bit of Shador stuff, kind of running around, doing the little, running in circles, then finding an open guy or taking off and running. I don't know, man. Caden Salter is a better athlete than Wyoming's defense. And there's better, Sincere Brown is more talented than Wyoming's secondary. I didn't learn much other than it was good not to have another bad performance from a quarterback.
Well, you'll have BYU next Saturday night, so here we go.
Here we go.
We'll see. And you got
TCU.
You
know what? BYU's quarterback, what his jersey number is?
No, what?
47.
Why?
He's a really unique guy, man. His name, and you want to know what his name is?
Absolutely. Is he 47 because he's been on 6 missions and that's how old he is?
He's non-Mormon.
Okay.
Big time national recruit.
Okay.
And his name is Bear Bachmeier.
That's pretty fantastic right
and
there.
His brother is a receiver named Tiger Bachmeier.
So it's Bear and Tiger.
Bear and Tiger.
Okay. So kooky parents. We got to love kooky parents.
Man.
All right. I'm trying to see what else we got here. Well, we'll talk about that as the week comes. Because now, hey, listen, you didn't lose. So now you're relevant and we'll talk about you. We'll have some fun with you.
What did you make of this? Have you had your ears to the ground at all on what is going on in Fort Collins, Colorado?
Oh my God. You take points off the board to win the game, which, in college overtime, both teams get the ball, coach. Both teams get the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, to take points off the board to try. I mean, I don't know, man. That seems so damn risky.
Norvell finally benched Braden Fowler Nicolosi too.
Yeah, the $600,000 man, right?
Went to Jackson Brousseau.
I don't know what I think. If Norvell's not on life support in terms of being a head coach, I don't know what it takes. Got me. You should have lost to UNC. You did lose to UTSA, right? I believe.
That's correct.
And it's not that you just lost to UTSA. It's the way you. I mean, that's a trip, man.
And not to mention how the game ended.
Yeah.
Jay Norvell was brought here to Colorado State, which I think is one of the best non-power 4 jobs in America. He was brought here because of his high-flying offense from Nevada, and the offense has been inept the entire time.
Yeah. By the way, last one on college football, my cues. And I know I shouldn't do a victory lap because it does look like Clemson is a total train wreck, but they were ranked number 5, coach, to start the season. They were ranked number 5, and Q's hasn't beat them in a long time, years and years and years. So I'm happy with it. I'll still be proud and happy with the effort, but that is a trip what is going on in Death Valley and Clemson right now. That is something else.
Yep. You know what it just looks like is the Dabo Swinney's got to figure out if he's going to use the transfer portal in the NIL world, man.
Oh, has he not been?
Oh, he refused to.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that. Know that. Really?
I mean, there's a couple, but like compared to everybody else, they're having like 70 new players every year. He has like seven transfers or something like that.
Working, obviously. And by the way, Fran Brown, who is from Georgia, the Georgia School of Football, he is copying Prime at Syracuse exactly. To the best of his ability, he's doing exactly what CU's doing.
He is.
And don't forget, Syracuse's only loss was an upset loss to Mississippi State.
Yep.
Or I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. That's Arizona State. Oh, gosh darn it. Oh, they lost to Tennessee. Syracuse lost to Tennessee. I think Tennessee's actually really good.
They're pretty good, yeah.
Anyways, we'll get into all of it on the radio. Final thoughts on the Broncos here, Coach. Final thoughts, and we'll say goodnight.
When you knew you were opening with Titans, Colts, Chargers, you had to be 2-1.
2-1, yeah.
And you're 1-2. And 2 of those games should have been wins. This one, to me, actually, I think it's a bigger I feel like the Colts played better than you and deserved to win. The Colts and Daniel Jones went out and won the game. I think the Broncos lost the game today.
Well said, my friend. Are you on 9 News tomorrow morning?
I'll be there, 6:45 a.m.
Holy shnikes. All right, well, we'll see you on TV.
Suited and booted.
Then we'll see you on the radio. And congratulations on Friday night. I saw what you guys did to Mullen. Way to go.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
42-14. I was accused of being a guy that runs up the score at the end of the game.
Come on.
I guess there's a code in high school football that you're I guess if you get a lead, you're supposed to take a knee for the entirety of the fourth quarter. But
no,
we threw a slant and a kid broke a tackle and went 72 yards. So apologies to Mullen Mustangs for playing football.
Was that your 35-42?
Yeah, we scored. It was 35-14 with 2 minutes and 2 minutes and something to go. And we had 9 second half plays offensively. 9. Okay. We just couldn't get off the field. It was just like, it was like playing whatever. So I was like, we gotta play football. Like we're not a developed team. We got a long ways to go. And so I hate
you're catching some heat.
Just from the head coach. So
from the head coach.
Oh, yeah.
The head coach, really?
Oh yeah, he was mad, man.
In person or online?
No, just across the sideline. It was like a 1980s, 1990s like high school football movie. You know, the guy walks all the way out. He's like, "You mother beep beep beep."
You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, yeah,
really?
It was unreal. And I'm like, dude, we threw a slant that went the kid broke a tackle and creased it. Like, come on, man.
I don't know what to say, man. 35-12. You want a running clock there, Mullen coach? Is that what you want? You want to go there? I mean, at what point with the?
I don't do it, man. I don't get caught up in all that stuff, but I'll be better. I'll conform to the ways where you're whatever happens with 5 minutes to go. You should just end the game and just take a knee. So,
well, I mean, if you want to establish, if Chassa wants to establish a running clock, if you have a 20+ lead with 5 minutes to go, I mean, so be it. I guess. I think that sucks. I think there's a lot of things that could happen with 5 minutes to go. I mean, if it's a, I don't know. I could see it in high school, coach. If it's, I don't know, bro, 40-point lead going in the fourth quarter, I guess you want to do a running clock, I guess something like that. But 35-12.
Yeah.
Nope.
Got to keep playing football, man.
By the way, Mullen and Valor, and we're throwing F-bombs and cursing left and right across the field. Really?
No, I don't know if there was F-bombs. It was I could just see it. I couldn't hear anything.
All right. We'll leave it.
I just saw a lot of this.
Okay. All right. Well. All right. Whatever. Who you got next week?
Big one, man. Ralston Valley.
Ralston Valley. Woo!
In the state at Ralston Valley. Their head coach is a former media guy. He was sports media with he was Jared Yanacito worked with Vic Lombardi. He's a great coach, great dude. They're good, man. Like
you playing that one on a Friday night or a Saturday?
Friday night, yeah.
Friday night lights.
Yeah, play good. We'll get beat. So
okay. Well, we look forward to that, and we'll look forward to talking Broncos. See you and everything football tomorrow morning and all week long. All right, Coach. Well, we'll be back together on Thursday night and then next Sunday. Oh, actually, wait. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't think we are going to do next Sunday because the game's not till Monday. Bengals. So we'll probably do – I don't know what we're going to do. We'll do something. We'll figure it out. But thanks to Journey Spice. We love you. And in Rosa, we love Journey Spice. Thank you guys for chipping in and for chiming in. And we'll talk to you later.